So this is going to be pretty quick. I just want to talk about a video from a guy named Jay the Slop Frog. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people talking about this as well, but let's get right into it. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the Subnautica 2 drama. I don't think I really have to go into it too much, but basically all you need to know is that somebody wrote a Steam review basically saying that the EULA for the game was incredibly predatory. They had so much stuff in it. It was like, you can't use VPNs, you don't own the game, they can take the game away whenever. You're not allowed to stream the game. You can't make videos on the game. Any artwork that you publish about the game or draw or whatever about the game is owned by Krafton. All sorts of just stupid shit that really should not be there. But we've got people like Jay the Slop Frog who, in this little short video, was basically just defending Krafton by saying that every single company does this and they all say this same stuff in their clauses and that Krafton needs it because of PUBG and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, dude, Krafton's not gonna let you hit, first of all. Second of all, what the hell is that argument of, oh, well, every other company does it, so why can't they? It's fine. It's fine. Like, no, dude, this is exactly what Stop Killing Games is for. This is why so many people support it. This is why Pirate Software was kicked off the platform, because he was saying this same stupid shit and trying to defend it. And it's like, what are we talking about? And you have a lot of people saying this stuff too. And, you know, this is a really big letdown because, well, not necessarily Krafton, but the creators of Subnautica, you know, everybody loved them because they loved that game. But to sit here and defend this stuff is ridiculous. And sure, every other game does this, you know, like you don't own pretty much anything. And it honestly, it goes outside of just video games too, but it's still a problem. And like, I don't know why we're trying to defend it. We're not going to sit here and side with these giant billionaire companies. Like, oh yes, Mark Zuckerberg, have anything you want, please, please. Okay, obviously that's an over-exaggeration, but still, that's almost exactly what this guy is doing by siding with Krafton and by sitting here defending and trying to demonize the people that are criticizing the EULA. But anyway, here's the video. I'm going to show it to you.
This is downright evil, because Subnautica 2 has been out for 3 days. It's practically a baby, and it's already in its first controversy. Because while many people are enjoying the game, some astute observers took a closer look at the end-user license agreement, the EULA, and they weren't happy with what they found, so they left a negative Steam review saying a bunch of different things, like that you don't actually own the game but only have a license, that you can't publish any recording, screenshots, or stream the game without a disclaimer, you can't upload any content about the game on paid platforms like Patreon, Krafton can just take away your access to the game, you can't modify the game, you can't use bugs or cheats or have nicknames or use VPNs, you can't create
one thing I forgot to mention, this guy also goes on to say that, like, okay, here, hang on. He wrote a comment. Oh yeah, I left a comment too. Anyway, it says, I couldn't make a longer video because YouTube has a 3-minute limit, but I am obviously not in support with the clause that you can't sue them. So I guess this is the only one that he had a problem with, was that you're not allowed to sue them. And then he said that either way, his point still stands, that half the shit is entirely made up or stated in a way that makes it look like malice, which basically he's trying to undermine and demonize the guy who wrote the post by saying that he's like a fearmonger and that everything he's saying is coming out of a place of hate, which is just completely ridiculous.
First off, because most of the shit is over-exaggerated beyond anything, or just straight-up fairy tales in the review. Second, that is just the standard EULA what they read. You can go to Activision, EA, From Software, Rockstar, Ubisoft, you will find the same things in there. But because I don't want to just say, trust me, let's go through it point by point. First, you just get a license and don't own the game. Yeah, that's true. That's also true for every other fucking game. The reason for that is very simple.
But see, that doesn't make it okay.
And the claim that they can take away your game is technically also true, but it's also to ban cheaters, without cheaters being able to sue them. Now, why is this for Subnautica? Well, it is the company's EULA, Krafton, and Krafton also publishes PUBG, so they just need it for that game. The claim that you can't upload...
Alright, okay. We're not going to sit here and act like these companies couldn't, if they genuinely cared, find a different way to do this. The reason, and he's about to say it.
Load content or fan art. Don't really have to say anything. That's just bullshit. I've talked about the game. I've streamed the game. All are monetized and all are still up. This is also just for companies to take down someone who, for example, leaks things. The claim that you can't modify the game nor exploit bugs, can't use VPNs, and have to adhere to social norms. Again, simple. Krafton that publishes Subnautica also publishes PUBG. They need it for that. Also, you can mod Subnautica 2. Subnautica 1 had the same EULA, and you have tons of mods for that game. The claim that you can't sue Krafton in a class action lawsuit, yes, that is true. That also goes, again, for every other company.
So he's just saying every other company, and it's like, dude, we're not gonna sit here and defend these guys. Like, okay, the reason every other company does it is because it gives them the absolute most power they can have over you. There is 100% other ways that they could go about it. They do not need to do this. Just look at Nintendo. Nintendo was the perfect example. They say the same exact shit. Maybe they add a little more. For the most part, they say the exact same stuff and they abuse the hell out of it. They go after everybody. Like, nobody hates Nintendo fans more than Nintendo's legal team. Anyway, let's finish the video.
Not even gaming exclusive, but Netflix has this. Also, just a disclaimer, this doesn't apply to the EU users because the EU consumer protection law just overrides it. The most extraordinary claim I gotta say is that they collect your data and sell them. They don't just pull your IP, email address, or real-world name. They only save the data you give them. For example, if you log in to make a crash report, you have to give them your email because that's how login services work.
Also, selling data is a crime.
All these clauses are not enforced on regular people and are just there to protect them from useless.
So yeah, basically he's just sitting there defending the $1 million company. For what reason? Who knows? I guess this guy's probably just a Subnautica fan and, you know, doesn't want to see the game do poorly, which, whatever. I mean, sure, the game sounds great. It looks great. I personally haven't bought it. I wasn't even planning on making a video about this controversy because you guys have heard all of this shit before. Everybody's already talked about it. It really isn't, I mean, like he said, it really is a nothing burger, but, you know, that doesn't mean that it's something that should just be completely ignored or looked over. Like, this is a huge problem and this stuff is everywhere and it is so commonplace that you have dumbasses like this actually defending it. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, Stop Killing Games can't come quick enough. We genuinely, I pray that shit succeeds because, like he said, you know, Netflix, all these other companies, they do the same stuff. Dude, Stop Killing Games, if it succeeds, I pray that it will extend to every other form of media and just in general day-to-day life, because these companies have way too much power and we're just kind of letting them. Well, I mean, to be honest, though, there's not really much you can do. Like, there's nothing you can do, especially when you have so many people like this who will sit there and defend it and play it anyway. I mean, Subnautica 2 has already sold, what, $250 million copies or something? Like, oh my god, dude. It is what it is. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a pretty small video. Don't necessarily send any hate to this guy. I don't wish any hate upon him. He's not entirely wrong, but him trying to sit here and defend it and act like it's okay is absolutely stupid. But whatever. I'll see you all in the next video.